Oh boy, folks. Well, congrats! On the actual day of Halloween 2018, we've got a movie that takes place on Halloween. And in
With
fact,
actual universal style classic creatures, I take.
funny you should mention that, Tio. It's funny you should mention that. Folks, this is a movie that is so bad that it's deemed by some critics as scary. Even common sense media hate this movie. You may have heard of this last year when you thought that this was Hotel Transylvania, but no, it turned out to be something way, way worse. This is Monster Family.
Happy family.
Basically, Monster Family, I don't care about the Happy Family name, is based off of a book. This is what happens when you have British filmmakers team up with German filmmakers to make a story that's supposed to take place starting in America. And it shows. Oh dear lord, does it show. And let's see, alright, how to describe this movie? Think about it like this. You go to a restaurant called Rip-Offs, where you want to get all the ingredients to make the perfect rip-off. Basically, here's how the order would go. Yes, waiter, I would like something that only looks on the surface with 2 loaves of bread, Hotel Transylvania. For the actual meat, I would like a rip-off of Avengers, The Dark Universe, oh yeah, Incredibles as well, that seems to be also in the vogue, and, with a little dash of Mary Poppins. No, I'm not kidding, this also rips off of
So
Mary
this is a good
Poppins.
times movie.
And let's see, oh, and with that, I would like, Catherine Tate's Dignity on a silver platter, please, along with that of Jason Isaacs, Nick Frost, and pretty much any popular English voice actor they could get. Oh, but it gets even better, folks. The writer of this movie is called Katharina Junk. That's actually her name. Look it up, Katharina Junk.
That poor person.
Why would you name your child? Why would you give that child that name?
That's
Well,
the last
no,
name.
That's the last
That's
name.
the last name. That
Yeah.
means somebody named
Her
like
entire
their father.
family lineage is tied to junk. But anyway,
Probably not a good time to mention that this is one of the Rotten Tomatoes bouts with a 10%.
Good
I'm
job.
willing to
Good
bet
job.
that woman was probably anxious to get married, so she has an excuse to change her last name.
It's a
Possible.
good thing her first name wasn't
Change it
pizza.
by default, I don't know.
All right,
Get it?
folks.
Pizza junk.
All right, folks.
There's a shitload of different companies who produced and distributed this thing. We're basically to having a compromise starting right before the Timeless Films logo.
Which is probably
Which is
for the
the
best
actual-
because the
Yeah.
Timeless logo is where the movie actually starts.
Well, it's the actual production studio that made the actual film, so the others are just distributors. So.
Basically, folks, no matter what edition you're watching, be it digital, physical, Blu-ray, or whatnot, you'll be easily able to catch up with us by starting right at the Timeless logo because that's exactly where the music starts. And where the problems start, too. Oh yeah, it's one of those kinds of movies.
Alright, go ahead, Jova.
Go ahead.
3, 2, 1, click. But you know, it's not enough we got a lot of those actors. Let's also bring in some Harry Potter talent with Emily Watson as the main female lead.
Again, also Jason Isaacs.
Oh
Look at that
yeah, Jason
little
Isaacs.
CGI clock.
Now, you know your movie is bad when The Mummy of last year was not the worst monster movie. Presented by United and Ambient Entertainment, blah 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 blah.
Yeah, there's like like I mentioned, there's a shit ton of companies involved in this. And from what I've checked, the director and producer is specialized in this kind of cheap 3D animated cartoon movies.
Would you believe that this movie had the goal to show up in cinemas? Granted,
Yeah,
very
to me,
limited.
I saw
I-
billboards of it
Same.
here.
Wait. There were billboards of it in Portugal?
Yes, there were.
They were
Also here in my country, Jova.
Wow. That's weird because this movie got barely any coverage over in America. Maybe we knew
Well,
better.
remember, Jova, apparently the UK just wanted to publish this to outside, apparently. Not to the inside.
So our film starts in where else? Transylvania. With...
And we have some bats playing an organ for some reason.
The Tocado Fugue of Johann Sebastian Bach classic stuff.
Of course.
Let's just see it. Wood
Okay,
plank-
that. Oh, Jesus. Literally, God is not pleased with you, vampire. Be gone.
Hey, that's one of the few things they get right with vampires in this.
Oh, she has literally a bat cave.
Oh yeah, let's just say somebody really liked Ben Affleck and Robert Downey Jr. for their take on
Okay, this gag
a
with the
certain
bat,
character.
with the last bat holding for the last note is annoying.
Let's just say, folks, you thought the lemmings in Norm of the North were bad? Here are the bats, the answer to that.
Is
Get
he
it?
okay?
He played the wrong note.
Oh.
I'm already annoyed. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
And here is Dracula, played by Jason Isaacs.
Jason Isaacs playing pretty much Drake.
And
playing
folks, this
Cowboy.
and
Yeah.
folks, this is the part. And folks, this is
Musical
okay.
Number. What?
All right, folks.
Why this song?
All right, folks. This is where the movie begins to give up.
A remix of It's Not Unusual.
So let's see. We're
Oh.
Sung by
two.
Jason Isaacs.
I mean, he can sing good, but again,
Who can't stand with this intro sequence and not saying I'm having a good time already?
oh god. Like, okay, folks, we are less than 3 minutes in, and this is where the movie gives up already.
So what's the plot exactly?
Well, Dracula is lonely. Oh, and by the way, spoilers, Dracula is one of the most likable characters in this movie. That is both a good thing and a bad
Consolation
thing.
prize for Jason Isaac himself.
Monster Family.
Well, that was a pretty abrupt title.
Wow,
Oh.
the title appeared on screen for like 1 second.
I love that line. I'm the Prince of Darkness. I'm not cuddly, but I do inane music videos.
Well, that's the thing, Wibs. When Asterix had the mention of the gods did it actually make more sense because it was a literal roll credits and it was just a small fanfare before Caesar reprised and said, "Oh, I like it."
So, as you can tell, everyone here has British accents, so clearly we're in the very European city of...
that girl's haircut has like a extremely big center line where the hairs are divided. Those were weird.
Let me guess, we're in New York City.
Well, right now we're in Transylvania, because the movie's jumping back and forth, but yeah.
8-bit
Okay!
cell phone ringtone.
So get this. Apparently Dracula has a phone number that you can accidentally call him by, because she got the wrong number.
Sure, why not?
What?
I mean, according to Nintendo itself, with the Nintendo Switch, you can open the gates of hell, so why not?
Okay. To be fair, Joe, there can be such things as Brits living in.
No.
New York.
Here's the thing. Everyone in that city has a British accent.
Well, isn't this
But this is supposed to be America.
Yep, it's in New York City.
Maybe there's a part where it's just full of British expats. I don't know.
Okay, I'm
Why
already
didn't you
noticing
just-
something with the
Why
animation.
didn't you just
the
set this
oh, sorry.
movie in London then?
That's a
I'm
good
not-
question, because a good portion
I'm
of it actually does
noticing-
take place there.
I'm noticing something already with the animation. The movements are very clunky and stiff.
Oh, let's just say, Tia,
This movie is trying to be like Normal the North in trying to having more elastic movement, but it's failing.
Okay, here's problem number 1. Dracula immediately falls in love with Emily Watson's character named Emma.
Really?
Not even knowing
Emma
her face.
Wishbone, get it?
Emma Wishbone.
Wishbone? Are you
What kind of name is that?
That isn't
I mean,
a
what
last
was-
name.
Oh, goody,
Emma,
and-
was Emma's spinal cord not available?
You know,
Oh, piece of gum.
Emma's bookstore.
And Pennywise got the...
So Dracula fell in love with this woman just by talking to her over the phone. It wasn't even a personal conversation. It was just a professional conversation.
he didn't even see her, just heard her. He's that lonely.
Honestly,
You-
I think
okay,
he just wants to get
when you-
laid. Honestly.
Okay,
He just-
okay. When the
What
romance
the
in Snow White and the
fuck?
Seven Dwarfs is better, okay. Movie, when the Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs has more believable romance than you do, get help.
Hey,
Or like a lot of old Disney movies,
Hello,
really.
who are you?
so guys, you've had a lot to complain about, and it's
That
literally
Igor?
only been 6 minutes so far into this movie. We're in
I
for a
mean-
treat, aren't we?
I mean, Snow White and Prince
Whoa.
Charming fell in love at first sight, but at least they were actually in presence with each other. These two can even claim that.
Oh, and look at that! He
So-
wants to make Emma his wife. Now, oh, and bring in my washing. It's going to rain. Ha 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 ha.
I'm getting
Get
the
it?
feeling he just wants to.
Oh God!
This was a
Oh.
movie for kids, by the way.
Wait
That
a
is
second.
not funny.
Also, she's. Sorry, movie. Okay, Jova.
An
in what
attempt at
year?
dark humor, but just
Well,
come across as
also, I'm
immature.
sorry. This movie is supposed to be set in modern times because the cell smartphones and like that. Why do we have a 60s stereotypical hippie?
Oh,
Because she's
now we're in a
old,
classroom.
Tio. By the way, this
We're in
old
a
woman here is
classroom.
played
Yeah.
by Celia.
Oh yeah, this is what I like to call cartoon acupuncture. You see, there's real acupuncture, and there's cartoon acupuncture, where you just
Oh,
twist and
Oh.
the person as you want, and that somehow heals them.
That made
you know?
me cringe. That really made me cringe. Oh, by the way, guess who? Oh,
Wait,
by
are we in Fun Force Pick now? Like, is it-
Yeah.
I can't believe I'm
that
saying
looks
this,
really
Pedro.
like it, Fun
I
Force. They compared
cannot
with the
believe I'm
teacher
saying this,
looking like
Pedro. This is worse than Fan for a Stick.
Why are you ripping off Fan Force Stick?
Oh wait, I'm sorry. No, I'm
A
sorry.
deadly
The
ice
theory-
age.
The theory that the sun is going to, just shut down has been disproven a lot of
Oh,
times.
goody.
Oh, one-dimensional bully.
This is basically Emma's.
One-dimensional bully. All right.
Let's see. How long are we into this movie so far? Oh yeah, 8 minutes.
Douchebag with a guitar.
Oh, and there's the daughter, by the way. And and again, listen.
Is
It looks like Zac Efron.
Yeah, I was about to say, it looks like Zac Efron.
And again, listen. Everyone has a British accent here. Like, if it was just a family, I'd be fine. But no, everyone
not
in New
even-
York has a British accent.
It's not even like there's like a little England court, like a square in a city like New York, like say where is Chinatown or Little
Is
Italy.
this an alternate history movie where the Americans failed at the revolution?
Maybe. Awkward
Hello.
romance be awkward.
Well, at least they actually got to meet each other, unlike Dracula and Emma.
You are more socially inept than I am, and that's quite an achievement.
It is.
Shio, you sound a bit distant.
Oh, how about now?
Come a bit closer to the mic, Shiroi.
I can't come any closer to the mic. I'd have to put it in my head.
Ah, okay,
That's
now
the
you sound
problem.
better.
That's not the problem. The problem is that you sound muffled.
Anyway.
But I'm not covering the mic.
Oh,
Okay,
Oh,
now
no,
it's
it's-
perfect.
Oh,
Any-
okay.
and this is Faye Wishbone.
Oh, it's
Oh, the daughter.
Shiroi,
daughter
is
or
this a British girl's condition where seeing a boy will make you go catatonic?
Well, Joe, but this is
It-
typical in
it's
cartoon.
the whole-
I think that's just a stereotypical
I'm saying
tween
I
fiction
wanna say
thing. I
this
don't know.
Between the 60 the hippie from before and now the haircut of his Zac Efron wannabe, I'm thinking that this guy Holger Tappe, who made this movie, specialized in this cartoon, is very nostalgic of the 60s. There's a lot of style from that.
Well, Tio, I've got bad
Wow,
news.
great transition.
I've got bad news for you, Tio. This makes the 60s look professional
Is,
by
that,
comparison.
is this the British Mr. Incredible?
Yeah, he looks like what's it
Oh.
called? The actor.
So
He looks like the actor who played Christina Ricci's father in Casper.
Anyway.
Glimpse.
Hmm?
I thought you guys over there were supposed to be creative and witty.
well, remember this was also written by Germans.
Personals. What the?
Okay, this is the father.
Did he just fart?
Yep. Basically.
What?
Oh my god!
Okay.
He seems to have an issue.
Oh, by the way,
What the fuck?
okay, this is Frank Wishbone.
Okay, even by fart joke standards,
Oh,
that's just
my.
disgusting. What the fuck was that?
I see a lot of subtext here.
69 subtext, would you say? Anyway,
He's a sheep.
basically to sum it up, that was Frank Wishbone, the father and husband of Emma. Basically,
Okay.
he wait. Basically, Frank Wishbone is the compilation of every single father cliche you can think of. He's stupid, he's henpecked, he has a terrible boss.
Not competent on the job. Oh, it's Homer Simpson 10 times worse. Fantastic.
Not only that, Tio, he's slow, he tends to fall asleep easily, and he has fart jokes. Not only that, they're visible fart jokes with fart clouds. So,
why?
Bright green fart cloud.
and Harry Potter
Just so that
reference.
you could do it.
Okay. Jova, I'm getting a bit lost. Who exactly is supposed to be the main character here?
The entire family.
The
I
entire
guess.
family. However, to be fair, the main one who you're supposed to root for is the mother. Trust me. Let's see.
Emma.
The father is all kinds of wrong. The sister is a jerk who constantly bullies her brother and fawns over boys. And the young...
Is Dexter without the charm.
So I'm guessing Dracula here is going to make the entire family...
Dracula in a jumpsuit.
Basically, Tio, let's just say with Dracula, they made a ripoff of both Batman and Iron Man. You'll see what I mean.
What the fuck?
Again with the slow movements.
Are the not the rats, the bats, are they gonna be like basically the gargoyles of this movie?
Wait, is he holding this other vampire in a laser cage?
No, that's a witch. Not any witch, that's Baba Yaga, played by Catherine
Really?
Tate. Yeah, Baba Yaga's not really supposed to be horror themed. I mean, I know, she occasionally has the cannibalism thing sometimes, or either it's a
that's the thing.
misunderstanding.
The legend in Russia goes that if you play naughty, she's gonna kidnap you in your sleep.
However,
Shiro,
here
if
she's
these were-
actually real and being held captive by Dracula.
Shiro, if these three bats were the gargoyles, the rest of the movie would be great, but it doesn't seem like it.
Also,
so far.
sure. A better comparison, they're like the lemmings in Norm of the North. So,
I have not seen that terrible movie.
She turned a bat into a pig. Oh.
Okay, so now they're pigs. Okay, moving on.
So basically, Emma won.
Of course, she's gonna go as a vampire. Of course, she.
So let me get. Oh, so judging also by the cover, I'm guessing that during this night of Halloween, each of them turned into what their costume represents.
You know what this
Well,
means,
Tio.
right?
The father's name is Frank Wishbone. Frank.
Teo. You know what this means, right, Teo? This means
But I need
that
to
when
drink a bit
Dracula.
more.
This means that when Dracula sees Emma, he's gonna think she's a vampire, and then they go on this thing, and
So
then eventually we get a
Dracula's now
wild reveal
stalking
moment
this
where it turns
woman.
out where
Pedro,
Dracula finds out that she's not human after all.
In hindsight, they really should have brought the big gun with the booze.
Pedro, I'm going to stop you right there. You're going to wish that's what the plot was. No, that's actually not what the
Oh,
plot
that's
is
nice.
going. Okay, Max here. Max is played by some young English boy. This was his first and maybe his only role.
Ethan Rouse.
Oh, never mind. Yeah, there you go. Never mind, Joe. But the movie just disproved my theory.
Basically, Dracula wants Baba Yaga to turn Emma into a vampire.
Yeah, that's a good
Oh,
question.
wait, but
Why
here's
doesn't he
another
himself?
thing. Baba Yaga asks why doesn't he bite her. He says if he bites her, she will lose his soul. I mean, she will
Wait.
lose her soul.
Okay.
Okay!
What?
How do you know? You haven't met her, you fucking moron.
Okay, well, okay, apparently he looked her up on Facebook.
Oh, of course, because that's totally a replacement.
Not
for
only that, this is gonna make the movie very outdated in like what 5 years, most likely.
Okay. Here's another problem with this
Well, I
movie.
can already say this. I'm already disliking this more than I do the Emoji Movie.
Oh, well, trust me, the Emoji Movie is better than this. The Emoji Movie is terrible, but this... Okay, let's get to another problem with this movie. Take everything you know about vampires and throw 90% of that out the window.
Oh,
Okay,
so it's
Jova.
like
Okay,
Twilight.
Jova. I was about to mention the important question, Jova. Is it a worse misrepresentation of vampire than Twilight?
I'll let you be the
What?
judge of that. If it's not worse, then it's at the very least a
movie?
close
No.
second.
Okay, so
Oh.
Okay.
What the fuck?
It
Is
turns
this a
out...
black mass?
so let me get this straight. If he bites her himself, she loses her soul. Okay, so what is the alternative then?
Baba Yaga turns her into a vampire. Oh, but it gets even better, Pedro. We'll see why he doesn't want her to lose her soul, but that's for later. For now, they got
Because
Miss...
it's Shang Tsung? I don't know.
You wish.
Your soul is mine.
Oh, get it? She's singing Holy Night for a Halloween party. Basically, they got...
Oh my god, this movie.
Is this movie nothing but musical references?
You know, it might have been better if it was just that.
Getting the little boys the triangle.
Basically, the hotel thought that they were a band just because they were dressed up.
So, can someone explain to me how the hell this whole hack can turn someone into a vampire? Is she a vampire herself?
No, she's Baba Yaga. Basically,
Wait, hold it.
Oh.
Okay, how does that even work?
Science.
Vampire
joke.
science?
Oh, by the way, before you ask, there's nothing forcing her to come back to Dracula. Like, as far as anyone knows, she could just be free. Basically, that amulet of hers allows her to do anything,
It's
really.
the crystal coconut, okay.
Oh, remember that line? She said, "Can't you just be nice to your brother?" Again, let me recap. Emma is a henpecked mother who doesn't get appreciation from her family. The daughter is bratty, rude, mean, and occasionally beats up her brother. The brother would be nice, except he's a stuck-up know-it-all who puts even Macaulay Culkin in Page Master to shame. And Frank, well, again, he's every father cliche, but to the 10th degree, plus unnecessary flatulence.
That's a question. How did these two people met that actually had sex to conceive two children?
Oh, it's nice that
I
we're never ever gonna really go focus on the relationship except for like one or two scenes.
I am so tired of media making older brothers like me look bad. Like, not every older brother is mean to the younger one.
Hashtag old brothers lives matter.
Pedro Phase a girl.
That's the older sister.
Fine. Older sibling. You know what I mean.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, now here's the thing. Because Emma said she hates her life and everything, that makes it so that Baba Yaga's spell can work. Oh yeah, it's that convenient and contrived.
She kind of looks like the witch from Brave.
A bit.
Basically, let's just say this.
Fatter.
Let's just say this.
You know, I've seen this premise done in an episode of The Simpsons Treehouse of Horror. You become the costume thanks to a curse.
Good job, Britton. You're ripping off The Simpsons.
Ooh.
Okay, basically, to sum up Catherine Tate's take on Baba Yaga, it's essentially just a ripoff of Drew from Despicable Me.
So she just comes in here and turns them into vampires all of a sudden?
Gozer is arriving on Earth, I guess.
You know, we could run away
Are
or
you
something,
a
but let's
cop?
just stand here and let her do whatever she's gonna do.
It's weird. It kind of feels like there should have been something in between this scene and the previous one.
Oh, we can even see her pants. Jeez.
You know, it wouldn't. You know, why did we get David Tennant to complete the Doctor Who stuff while we're at it?
What?
And here we
And
go.
now they're monster. Now they're the titular monster family.
We're
now,
doing
I'm
the
guessing.
first-person camera, yeah, alright.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, the boy is now a werewolf. Okay.
The other a mummy.
And the girl is a mummy. And the mom is, of course, a female vampire.
Oh,
And
again
he's
with
still-
the thought jokes.
Yes.
Yes.
Also, is it me or is the lip syncing really off?
Why,
Yeah.
Dibs, that would suggest that they were lazy.
Food fight a better lip syncing.
And the father became a giant
He
Frankenstein
became-
monster.
Pretty much.
Okay, why? Oh, great! Now he has giant super farts. Great.
Have I mentioned I hate this
That's
movie?
his joke, I guess.
I want to be all off that video already, seriously.
And the witches.
No,
Start
I'm
drinking.
gonna have to.
I know. It's
I'm,
just...
I'm just gonna say it. I want the Emoji Movie back.
Wow, we're only
yes,
20
the
minutes
running gag
in.
with the witch- The running gag
Okay.
with the witches is that she's not very good, and the amulet.
Okay. That was one funny joke you got there, movie. Good.
So my guess.
Her trying to escape, but fails.
Now,
So
basically,
my guess is, Dwebs, this is you guys trying to one up Sony Animation Studios.
Do you mean
Yeah.
the one with the mirror, Joba?
yeah, the one with the mirror.
Everybody's talking about how much Sony Animation Studios sucks, and the UK was all like, "Hold my beer."
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's a thing. I actually thought Sony were involved, but no, they're not. Okay, basically.
Congratulations, Dwebs. You've beaten Sony at their own game.
Okay. Basically, here's what happened with the spell. Apparently, the spell only works if someone is unhappy with their lives. So it turned out everyone in the family was unhappy with their lives, so Baba Yaga accidentally transformed them all.
Please tell me she doesn't sparkle at the sunlight.
So this is why this movie is also called Happy Family. So
No.
Pedro, I'll let you be the judge, but I'm beginning to wonder if her sparkling would have been better than how they screw with the vampire lore.
Oh, great.
Look, this is part of the reason why I was so catatonic the first time I saw this movie. I was shocked to see a
Oh,
movie.
and now we're doing more slapstick fluid movement comedy.
I have a question, though.
What?
Why is Baba Yaga even doing what Dracula is asking? I mean,
Because
what does
Dracula
what
had
is
her
she to
trapped
him?
in something, and okay, I get that he had her trapped, but again, there's nothing saying that he can track her down and force her, but apparently her doing this now immediately gets her off the hook. In fact, she doesn't even have to come back to him. She just makes some monsters and bam, that's her end of the deal.
True, but okay, but I have a problem though. I think we should have probably explained who is this woman, like where she comes from, why, like it just feels like she's here to be a plot device to turn them into monsters. Like she does. Is that...
Well, that's exactly what she is as of now.
Oh, Pedro, that's the perfect tangent. Believe it or not, this is actually a worse way to introduce yourself to a universe than The Mummy for the Dark Universe. Like, I can't believe I'm saying this. The Mummy did a better job. Oh, let's just say The Mummy's one of the worst ways to try and set up a universe from the get-go. And I'm talking about the 2017 Mummy.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, great. I totally needed to see her undergarments there, movie.
Yeah, we already did that.
Now they got hit by a train.
Wait. I'm sorry. Who leaves their laundry out this late? Plenty of people in New York leave their laundry out to hang.
It's kind of depicted quite frequently in fiction in New York.
Britain?
So
Okay.
Again, another thing also.
Oh.
God.
Great.
Okay, Britain, do you guys just not hang your clothes out to dry? And I get that, but have you read a book? Have you seen anything involving media involving New York City?
I mean,
Yes.
it's hard not to. It's New York City.
It seems that the author, whoever was responsible majorly for this movie, is very nostalgic of the 60s because there's a lot of imagery and style taken exactly from there.
Oh yeah, that's right. This movie is also a bit of a rip-off of the Addams Family, I guess.
The comedic timing is also pretty bad.
As for the whole emoji movie thing, I mean, yeah, that had some pretty bad jokes, but that movie, for the most part, was basically just product placement, the movie. This is just pretty baffling at how stupid it is.
These first 23 minutes are already 10 times more annoying and obnoxious to me than the first 23 minutes of the Emoji Movie.
I agree.
And believe it or not, guys, the movie has not yet begun to suck.
Long live the witch.
See, now this is the movie that should have gotten all that flack that Emoji Movie got, as far as I'm concerned.
What year?
Well, this movie went completely under people's radar for a lot of it, I think.
Yeah, even though it came out in cinemas, it was...
According to... Well, we don't know what the budget was. The box office was $26.4 million.
Ooh.
Which is already too much for a movie like this.
But hey, the critics have plenty
Also,
to say
where the
about it.
fuck is the rest of the family? This chase thing is going on and on.
Yeah, that's another good point.
Oh,
yeah, why is this chase sequence still going on? Get back to the plot, movie. And now we're in the sewers?
Great. My favorite place.
I know you guys want this movie to get back to the plot.
Ew.
Well, okay, Teo. Maybe if we squint really hard and do a lot of masking, we can pretend that we're seeing Pavel in here. Once again, lost.
Never enough, guys. Never enough. You're gonna need to.
He was trying to get to Italy, and he somehow ended up here.
Oh right, this movie's also gonna rip off Avengers blatantly.
Because that's the kind of movie you want to rip off in a Halloween movie?
You'll see. Oh! Is it daytime all of a sudden? Because look at that! It's clearly day there, even though it was night. What the fudge movie? And now it's night again.
Hold on. No, that's the thing. It was the illumination from one of the street lamps.
That was more a case of bad lighting more than anything.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. I retract that. But I will dock more points for that stupid fart joke.
Is this it? Is this it? That's all it is?
We are not.
He just farts?
We are not even 1/3 into this.
By the way, Dracula has a bat computer, by the way.
Because Batman.
You know...
American Beauty reference, sort of.
Kobe Bryant reference for no reason.
LeBron James,
LeBron-
you wish.
And LeBron James.
Oh, right, of
Okay.
course. We gotta get that bullies come up in scene, of
It's not-
course.
okay, I'm starting to think this was made by Brits who really want to be Americans for some reason.
Yeah, I really gotta wonder.
It's Brits who like making fun of Americans, clearly.
So,
what
okay,
have I
okay, okay.
missed?
Oh, wait, how long
The
have you been
furry
gone?
kid is about to antagonize the bully.
Well, that's to be expected.
I'm sorry,
I
I'm sorry, I'm
guess.
sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, what kind of teenager goes alone and doesn't try to get candy on Halloween or at least go costume dressing? Like, granted, I know there are some rare few, but he seems like the kind of bully who would have a posse or something.
What are you going to do?
Just scare him.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Don't worry, he's not gonna kill him.
and Faye,
So,
and Faye meanwhile wants to go to that party
here.
that boy invited her to.
Say it's a mask. Say it's a mask. There you go.
Rejected. Wah, 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 wah.
Well, isn't it a costume party? Isn't that supposed to be how it is?
Yeah, but
However, it's not the look they're going for.
Kind here.
That's the thing, though. He wasn't inviting her for a costume party. He was inviting her for a music video.
With possible snoo accorded.
That line can be so taken horribly out of context.
Yes.
What's he supposed to do to help you? I mean,
So this is your plan?
Oh.
Go ask
Let
a
me
complete
check.
stranger
oh,
for
by the way,
help?
I love this.
Jessica Faye is voiced by Jessica Brown Findlay. I already heard that name song. Oh, she was in Downton Abbey.
Of course.
Am I supposed to care? They have yet to establish a single character trait for that girl.
She's mean to her brother. Again.
That's a bad one. Can
Again.
I
can
don't
we think of a
even.
good
I don't
one?
even know the. What's even the plot exactly?
The plot is that they need to learn. Actually, no. The plot is that Dracula wants a bride.
I love how John is struggling to describe the
Okay.
plot.
All right. I will try and summarize it. The plots at hand here are that Dracula wants to make Emma his wife. Also, that this family doesn't get along with each other. Mary Poppins. No, seriously, it's Mary Poppins right down to the fact that they
They
have
can't
to
change
learn
back
to be
until
better.
they learn how to behave.
However, here's
That's Nanny McPhee.
well, Nanny McPhee is also Mary Poppins in that regard, but see, here's part of a problem. In the likes of Nanny McPhee, part of the reason you cared for the family, despite their naughtiness and, their pretty much their misbehavior, was that they had redeeming qualities, and you could tell that they still meant the best for each other. Like, for as naughty as the kids were in Nanny McPhee, you could tell that they were still a family who loved and cared for each other, and they even cared for their father. In fact, the father himself had to learn lessons.
How
Whereas
do you
with...
know it was the costume?
Also,
that made
Dwibs,
it?
you can't tell me that that's not where this plot will end up going.
Really, that line was
I don't
stupid.
know,
Like, because you made us wear these costumes. What do the costumes have to do with anything?
I'm not even gonna bother. Apparently, somehow wearing the costumes turns you into
Oculus
monsters.
Londra.
So, we're gonna go to London. Gee, maybe this movie should have taken place in London if everyone was gonna have a British accent.
Everyone in London's going
London
to have an
Eye?
American accent, I'm calling it now.
You're close,
Okay,
you're right.
okay. Oculus Londra, the London Eye. Is there some kind of hidden London mythology that I'm not aware of?
London Eye is the name of the giant Ferris wheel.
Oh, okay.
Basically, Baba Yaga first.
Because now let me remind everybody that the UK debuted this movie literally everywhere before its own country. Because as we all know,
The
people outside of-
hippie has even a painted Volkswagen mini wagon.
Oh, that's
because
right.
because people outside of the UK are totally gonna know what the London Eye is, right?
There you go. she's so
Actually,
much
yes,
of
it's a very famous landmark, actually.
and she's
Well,
too
I
much of a
didn't.
stoner to care.
Basically, the hippie is played by Celia Imrie. Oh, by the way, Celia Imrie is gonna be in Mamma Mia 2. Here we go again.
Oh, and Celia Imrie was
That's
also.
not how a whatever.
Oh, apparently Celia Imrie was also in Nanny McPhee.
Yep, and she was also in Star Wars Episode 1. Oh no, this boy I barely know can't even look at me because I'm a monster!
Beauty doesn't last? That's not exactly what you want to tell her in this situation, honey.
Oh,
You're a
Pedro!
bad mom.
Oh, this is another good tangent. Common Sense Media hated a lot of the morals that this movie told. Yeah, again.
Well, Joe, but here's the thing. Common Sense Media don't really have that much of that common sense from what I've seen, so I'm not really trusting them either way.
Oh, let me just say this. Their critiques are actually legit for once. That's how bad this is.
So, airport.
Get it? She's a bad driver.
So I have a question. What the hell is Dracula doing?
Oh,
pretty
by
sure
the
he
way,
already
remember
knows that
those-
the job is done, right?
Oh.
He's just waiting.
By the way, remember those characters. They show up later.
The disco.
The girls over there.
Oh, that's
Right,
right.
you're a vampire. We actually remembered that vampires work like that.
So.
Oh,
what
wait,
is
here
what
we
we're gonna
go.
do?
Vampires with souls?
But they're only legends. Let me repeat, folks. Apparently, in this universe, if a vampire still has their soul, they may be able to survive contact with the sun.
Oh my god.
Is
Again
this
with
all
the
the
father?
father does? That's all he
Apparently.
does?
And
I
look
don't
at
think he's gonna have any dialogue, like any actual dialogue
I
for,
have yet to
for
hear.
the time being.
He has had what 3 lines so far?
Pretty much.
And there you go. She can just stand in the sunlight.
because she apparently still has her soul, whatever that even means.
Yeah,
Again with this
those,
transition.
Okay,
those,
to be
those 3 lines can
fair,
be summed up as this.
Now, okay. Now I know what you're about to say, Pedro. And yes, there are some bouts of media that have had loopholes that allow certain vampires to survive in the sunlight. I'm just gonna say this right.
it's not just that, Joe. But what I was going to say is that the whole vampire with a soul thing. Vampires have been depicted before in media as creatures that, despite they still technically have, compassion and shit like that. So it's not like a vampire with a soul is a completely new thing to media or anything.
Yeah, and it's really weird because Dracula acts like he has a soul, so I have no idea what they mean by not having a soul. Oh wait,
How?
wait,
Sorry.
wait, hold on. I gotta talk about this. The mother said, Max, you shouldn't act scary. Scary people are lonely because something. But yeah, apparently,
Let me guess, bureaucracy joke.
sort of.
How on earth do they expect to get through airport security like this?
What's this?
Well, let's see. Okay, so the Americans did great with that Zootopia scene. Let's see how the UK does it.
He's going for a Hans Christian Andersen thing.
I wish I was praying papers, please, instead of watching
Jova?
this.
Yes.
Jova, do mummies have mind control power?
Sometimes they do.
Sometimes.
Acne.
Acne? Really? I gotta know what kind of acne you've got over there in Britain.
Okay, honey, the girl who's at the control check-in, this is the point where you should call security. If anything, this is a good setup to showcase how American airport security is way too tight.
Yeah, in fact, believe it or not, Tio, American security is too tight. The only reason they get through is by a complete BS means that would only work. Oops.
Don't do a fart joke, please.
Max just talked. Oopsie.
Oh, she's actually calling security.
Yep. Thank you, America.
Finally.
Thank you, America. You read like my...
This woman has to be
Wow,
below-
Dwibs, you actually called it.
easily susceptible to mind
Wait,
control.
she has mind control powers?
Hypnotism.
Yep.
How did you know it's gonna be the mummy and not the vampire, Dwibs?
Oh, actually, no,
How is
it's
that
because-
trying to mug
because-
into her being a mummy?
Because my copy of the film's ahead of yours.
Oh, well, maybe you should pause a bit then.
Alright, I'm paused it when she's
just
hypnotizing
pause for
a
5
group of-
seconds and that's it.
Well, I'm way ahead of you, that's the problem. I paused it a bit where she's just hypnotized a group of people into believing they're stupid monkeys.
Okay.
We did
Can
a
some-
record scratch
Can,
joke.
Jova, can you explain to me what the hell does hypnotism have to do with mummies? Isn't that
some
supposed to be vampires?
some mummies do have
Pedro,
that
we
power.
watched the 12 Task of Asterix.
But Theo, I'm not exactly going to take the Asterix stories as a beacon
Well,
for
or a cartoon. All right, Weebs, we're there.
Alright.
Go ahead.
Okay. Banana.
Bananas.
Banana.
Well, I wish I was watching the Planet of the Apes films now.
I wish I was playing Donkey Kong 64.
And believe it or not, those characters will also be coming back too.
Well, the ones hypnotized into being monkeys.
Yes.
Oh,
I mean, mummies having hypnotism, I've seen that before. It's a bit weird that they didn't give that power
God.
to her.
This obnoxious music.
Alright, they got first class.
Thank you. What? Oh no, she has to drink blood. Oh.
Mummies don't have blood.
She doesn't know
Yeah,
that, I guess.
Shut up, have a Snickers.
Oh.
Really, we're doing that, the tomato juice. Oh,
no, Dracula has the power
Oh.
to freeze time.
Never mind.
Sagarudo.
Never mind. I guess Dracula decided he. Okay.
Got bored.
Funny, because Jason Isaac played Satan in a game about vampires.
Huh.
So-
He's Dracula, honey.
Also, that haircut is very reminiscent of Mr. Fantastic.
Huh, yeah.
I mean, the gray contrast with the black hair is actually very similar. Ew. Ew.
Apparently Dracula is above drinking human blood, because God forbid Dracula of all people drink human blood.
There are so many stories with vegetarian vampires that the point is not even funny.
So, okay, here's where Common Sense Media drew critiques of this movie. When you get down to it, this movie is essentially about a man trying to seduce a woman away from her family, which is kind of an adult topic to handle. And
Not only that, he's basically forcing a complete different lifestyle, just with the assumption that it's better for her.
And now Venice.
Venice?
Great. Ah, look at that.
Oh, right, I
It's
should probably
totally worth
mention.
bringing in Italy just for that stupid joke.
Unless it's Las Vegas. that
Nope,
was
nope,
like,
that was Italy.
Fuck me.
Oh, this, by the way. Okay, Dracula does not actually turn into a bat to fly, even though we
did-
saw him clearly turn into a bat to fly at the start of the movie.
What about the pressure?
Okay.
Here, Dracula is
Dracula-
Iron Man.
He has
Can-
jet.
Can't
boots.
Can't Dracula just teleport her back to Transylvania or something?
Apparently they
Logic
forgot.
is for boring people.
Now, okay, I guess to be fair, the reason he
Pretend.
doesn't just turn into a bat to fly is because if he turns into a bat while the sun is out, then that would not work. However, here's
Even
my...
as he even has the bat wing.
However, okay, here's my question then. Okay, we get why you only turn into a bat at night, but why don't you use this stuff at night all the same? It looks like it's faster either way, but yeah, there you go.
So I'm guessing Dracula also has a soul, which is why he didn't burn.
Actually, apparently, no, he doesn't.
Well,
Then how come he didn't burn just now?
Because he was wearing an Iron Man suit, Pedro. One that apparently blocks out the sun enough. Now, for those of you thinking that Emma may actually have to deal with the difficulties of being a vampire who is constantly hungering, allow this movie to dash away any bout of tension whatsoever.
let me guess. She just needs this pinch of blood, and then she's fine for the rest of it.
Oh, but it's okay. Only Dracula can do the whole freezing in time thing.
What are you doing?
That's what you have to say? This is a bit sudden to what appeared to be a ring instead of no fudging way? I don't even know what.
Drugging a woman when seducing her.
Yeah.
I'm getting Avengers 200 flashbacks from this.
So here's the thing. Apparently, there's
So what's going to happen? Is the sequel to this movie gonna retcon it and say, "No, I never loved him, you pricks"?
So apparently, there's a pill that can allow her to not have to drink blood and allows her to control her hunger.
Why?
I have
Because
no.
Why this bitch of all people?
No, but because that way we can allow to not bring back that plot point through the rest of the movie.
No, I know that, Tail, but it's just that they didn't even bother to give Dracula a proper reason for.
Lady,
caring.
why are you buying into any of this?
Oh, Pedro. He did give a reason, though, because drinking human blood is considered common amongst vampires.
No,
No,
it's not-
actually,
I don't
Peter was
know
seeing
that.
something different from what I get.
I mean, why is Dracula so fixated on this woman? Why this woman of all people?
Oh, because he liked the sound of her voice that much. That's the only reason they give throughout
That-
this entire dang movie.
Is that enough?
No, this movie is fucking stupid.
You know,
this
you
scene
know,
is still going.
you know, Dracula. We have sex hotlines for this shit. You get to hear pleasant voices, and if that's enough for you, just use those.
Like, I get that
Whoa.
Dracula can sometimes be picky, but this take on Dracula is moronic, to say the
But it's a
least.
thing, Joe. This is the opposite. This is the opposite of picky. He literally just picked the random woman he just talked to.
Like, and let me remind
Again,
you...
he just wants to get laid.
And let me remind you, Dracula is one of the more likable characters in this movie. That's
Also,
how
I
bad
get it is
everyone
a
else
fantasy
is.
sequence, but the filter around it is obnoxious.
Yeah.
Yeah, in terms of weird fantasy sequences, from what this is almost
Really?
up there.
Really.
This is almost up there with that big-lipped alligator moment from Thunderbirds Are Go.
Mm-hmm.
Vampires on the Moon.
That sounds way more awesome than it has any right to be.
There is like I think it's called Dracula 3000.
Kingdom Hearts!
I
Joey.
wish.
Joey, you got an issue. You're seeing
Yeah,
Kingdom Hearts
Frenching,
everywhere you look.
Frenching in
Huh.
an
Joe,
astronaut.
the game will be
stuff.
out.
Look at that!
Chill out.
Look at
please.
that! He's about to drift off forever listlessly in that fantasy.
Jova,
Yes.
last I checked, vampires don't breathe. Why do they need? Never
Well,
mind.
Pedro! Let's see, how many rules of vampires has this movie broken so far?
Almost all of them.
And and don't worry, there's still more that they're gonna break.
Well, at least now we don't have to deal with the father farting, I guess.
We're only 44
I'm
minutes
guessing
in,
we're going
Pedro.
back to that.
That's the thing, she decides she has to go back to her family.
And now we're in London.
So
Yeah.
this sequence was a waste of our time.
Now, you probably think, oh god, now
It was
Dracula's...
just Dracula's wet dream.
Now, I know what you're thinking. Dracula's probably now going to keep her locked up now. Actually, no, he just lets her go.
Are you kidding me?
Wait,
I guess
London.
Dracula's awfully understanding. Okay, now the reason they're...
Now we're in London.
Also, I love how the
did
families...
Dracula just drop off from the plot?
You'll see.
Like that's it?
I love how the family's just, oh god, we may never see mom again. No, let's try and relax.
Oh. That water effect. Ow.
Aww,
I'm
they...
glad that we solved very quickly these crisis moment. Please don't fart. Oh, thank God. Yeah. No, the not even making a joke to that. So what now?
Okay, this is where the plot comes up Batman and Robin. Dracula, feeling jaded, basically
Wants
says,
to destroy the world?
no, he wants to freeze the entire world, so he will eliminate all life on Earth so nobody can have love.
So if I
I
cannot
can't
love,
have her, so no one can.
if I can't get laid, nobody can.
Oh, it gets even better. Now apparently he's gonna have Renfield also contact Baba Yaga and tell her to destroy this happy
Okay,
family.
this joke of Baba Yaga teleporting everywhere is getting so annoying.
So basically, Jova, what you're telling me is that this movie is operating on what I like to call Castle of Cards storytelling. What is that? We're not really accomplishing anything. The writers just build up a house of cards just so they can topple it back down again.
Yeah.
Visit London.
Now, the reason they came to London was because Baba Yaga, for some reason, told her that she was going there to relax.
This is the London Idol.
Conveniently, Baba Yaga shows up right at the moment they get into London because they didn't know that she was having trouble getting there. How awkward would it have been if she never showed? You can tell something's wrong with a movie when plot points are very, very, very flimsily held together.
Give me the amulet.
No, she's going to kill you now.
Oh.
So, just like in Fantastic Four Rise of the Silver Surfer, the London Ferris wheel is the scene of great evil where she needs to recharge her magic.
So just because a Ferris wheel is, is in the shape of a circle, that automatically is equal when it's a portal to magic energy that recharges your amulet.
What are you, Yoda? Fully charged, my amulet is.
Yeah, it's a combination of that and Russian stereotype talk.
And she sent them to Egypt. Because,
Okay.
I think you're ahead again, Dwibs.
Yeah.
yeah, I paused again.
Alright.
Just paused at where they've cut to a bunch of mountains.
Because of all things to rip off, you picked Revenge of the fucking Fallen.
Wait. They ripped off Revenge of the... Oh,
Don't
right. Egypt.
Remember that Egypt sudden teleportation thingy.
Yeah.
Also, somebody remember to tell Dwibs when...
Jova,
When is it,
Jova, please tell me we're not going to see vampire testicles.
Dweebs?
Yeah.
When is it?
Well, I think I'm there now.
Go
They
then.
just
Go
got.
on.
Alright, go.
They just landed in Egypt for some reason.
Yeah.
Okay. This is the part where the last 20 minutes or so become pointless from the movie.
What?
Wait, what?
You'll see.
Like I said, Shiro, it's Castle of the Cards storytelling. The writers just build up a house of cards.
Oh,
and
but...
then they pop it back down again.
So yeah, they're gonna try and get out of the desert. Watch Avatar The Last Airbender much?
Lawrence of Arabia music style. Oh my god.
Well,
Wish I was watching that. Wait, we're doing another chase sequence with Baba Yaga, just this time with the hippie?
Yep.
Yep.
Breathe.
Now you guys know how I felt when I came
It's
to you
pointless.
feeling a little
What's the
brutalized
point of
after seeing
leaving
this movie.
anymore?
Whoa! God, you're reacting to this movie worse than I did. And I was practically catatonic after seeing this movie.
It's like that song in Faith and Strife, my time is wasted in this world.
my time is wasted in this world.
Oh, by the way... Oh, alright, by the way, Bobby...
Life is just too short. Why the fuck are we watching this?
By the
Irony.
way, Baba Yaga's now a good guy because the old lady saved her from falling and hitting the ground.
Why are we seeing skulls of the Four, even though even though they're still alive?
Jova, I swear to God, if there is time travel in this movie, I'm gonna strangle someone.
Well, Tio, think about it. We have seen that Dracula can freeze time.
What the... Jove, explain to me, what the fuck was that joke with the skulls?
I have no idea.
Oh,
very
we're
Oasis.
Mirage.
It's fake. I'm calling it right now. It's fake.
Wow.
Joke. Jesus fuck.
Let me guess. They're gonna do that joke where they're gonna dive into the water, but then it turns out it's sand. Oh, I guess not.
Just wait a bit for it. This is clearly another fantasy sequence.
Yeah, the filter isn't even subtle.
I guess, yeah. God.
Well, at the very
Yeah,
least,
so
I can say
clearly
this.
with an
we have
ice cream
spent a good amount
color.
of
Yeah,
minutes
yeah.
without a fart
Yeah,
joke.
they're
dolphin.
licking sand.
Does a dolphin have... Oh, whatever.
There you
Yeah,
go.
14.
Gee. I love
No,
how I
it's-
was able to see the joke coming a fucking mile away.
Also, sure, you may
To be
wanna...
fair, anyone could in this kind of story.
The problem is that
yes, Jova?
the filter can be killed it. Anyway, sure, you may want to pause for like 5 seconds or so.
I know. It seems like the PS4 can process these movies a lot faster because I have this problem consistently.
At a higher frame rate, yo. Now you can see this movie in 4K 60 frames per second.
No.
No,
uh,
please.
No, Spirit was ugly
I-
enough. Okay.
I tried Hobbit in a high frame rate and it sucked.
So,
Sorry.
well, back to the long trudge. And trudge. Yes, you can rip off Lord of the
Wait,
Rings.
Peter-
Move on.
Peter Jackson shot.
Anyway,
Okay.
back to London. Have I mentioned that this movie drags and jumps around a
Imprison
lot?
me, Dracula did.
So, yeah, Baba Yaga apparently was held prisoner. By the way, wasn't Renfield, the hunchback guy, supposed to have told Baba Yaga by now that she had to destroy the family? Yeah, what happened to that?
Yeah. What
I
happened
still
to
don't-
that?
I still don't understand why she talks like Yoda.
Because
Because
that's what they
people
decided.
Because reference. Okay.
Yeah, I was right. They can't change back until they're all happy, happy, joy, joy.
Just
This is
like
bullshit.
Manny McPhee.
Okay.
Nine Lives was a better movie than this. I'm fucking
Okay.
sorry.
Okay,
Ooh.
you can have
What
a Yoda
the
parody.
hell? The neutral.
The
bomb?
innocent snowflake. Basically, he
Is
will
that a
engineer.
bomb?
Basically, that's the device that will allow him to make a giant, deadly freezing weapon.
So,
So
Snowstorm.
Dracula turned into a terrorist?
No, like I said, he's a ripoff of both Iron Man and Batman.
Also, I
And
love
now
how
Mr. Freeze.
his butler looks like Igor from Frankenstein.
Yeah, that's what they also said. Can literally freeze fire.
Yay! They're dead!
Thank you.
They've barely been in this movie, but yay.
Movies should have more torture.
You
towards
know,
me.
I hate to say it, but I'm siding with Dracula here. Like, the majority of human life we've seen in this movie is terrible.
But what does that have to do with any of this that we've seen so far?
You're right, I said I was siding with him. I didn't say it was smart. But
Also, movie. Okay, I get it. You can have a Yoda parody, but you at least bother building up a context where that reference makes sense.
Yay! I'm so excited.
Please don't fart.
Is it so bad that every time we see the father, we have to beg for not having a fart joke?
yeah, it's
Not just that,
bad.
Teo. Is that actually going to have any lines? Is that actually going to contribute to the plot in any way?
A personality.
I mean, we got freaking Nick Frost here, but for the majority, he'll be doing grunts and stupid sounds.
Because that's who you get to do grunts. It's not like Fred Tatasciore exists or anything.
Actually, yeah, that's a surprising thing they didn't get Fred Tatasciore.
That's
well,
what
we
he
need
does.
that's the thing.
Oh.
We need British voice actors.
Okay, here's the part.
But, Teo,
Here's
it's grunts. People can tell British grunts from American grunts.
okay, guys. You thought the characters
Yes,
were unlikable? Here's where they actually try to be unlikable now.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Oh no! How dare the mother actually try and lecture her daughter for being a nightmare?
Yeah, I'm going. Goodbye.
You lose.
I thought one of you
Good
actually rage quit.
Day, sir.
Good day, sir.
You're a human monster, I
You
said.
are a
good
terrible
day.
mother.
You know, it's not like I'm a vampire, so I can speed ahead and stop you. Oh wait, no, I can. Why aren't I
Also,
doing
not,
that?
not just that, like, I know what the ultimate moral is supposed to be, I guess,
Also-
that family has to get together, but in this climate of this current last couple of years, with already both the rest of the world and the general state of how
A
raising
lone
and
wolf.
handling a
Got it.
family is in such turmoil. A movie like this is such toxic.
I know,
What's
right?
called? Product,
Okay, Jova,
This
Jova,
is such a dysfunctional family. Like, seriously.
Jova, I have to ask.
What?
What was the father being turned into? Did the father being turned into a monster? A Frankenstein monster.
Frankenstein.
Make him also mentally challenged or something? Because ever since he's been turned, he's not been doing nothing but jokes and always
Well,
playing
It's
down,
Frankenstein's
even while
monster
everything is.
wasn't-
Even when
It's from
something
one of
tense is going
the-
on around them.
That's the
he's
thing,
just-
Pedro. It's from one of the actual stereotypes of the incarnation of the Frankenstein monster that it's dumb. Even though it's supposedly not.
Also, here's another problem. You can tell the only reason he leaves is because she has to be a jerk, and she's rarely ever a jerk. Like, that's
Not
another
just
problem
that,
with this
she had-
movie.
What
And
rea- That's another thing, though. She has no reason to. She just suddenly turns into a jerk.
that's
for no
the
reason.
that's the main problem with this movie and this family.
We're
It's
better
like,
off apart. What exactly makes you think that, you stupid bitch?
see, here's the main problem with this.
Symbolism.
Oh wait, this bit.
Okay.
And now the
Operation Ice Age.
so you know what this means, guys? Now the whole freezing the world cancel. Now the plan to freeze the world is canceled now, because Emma left
I'm
her
sure
family.
it's gonna still be incorporated for
It's like-
live.
Look at that.
He
it's
can't make
not
up his
joke.
mind. He can't make up his mind as to what evil plot he's gonna do. I mean, he's probably like this every day. What's I do every day? What's I do today? I know. I'll freeze the moon. I know what I'll do. I'll drink the ocean dry.
Uh-oh, Emma's getting hungry again.
But wait, didn't the pill supposedly?
Oh, it's not permanent.
Oh, okay
It's
then.
essentially a drug. You know what? Honestly, I could. You know what? Honestly, I could use some violence. That's what I come to a monster movie for, anyway.
Sure, let's go with that.
Now I got a talking
Okay.
sand tornado,
Pause
which
again.
is
For,
actually
pause again
Why
for a few
is that-
seconds, Boobs.
Why is the tornado talking?
That tornado is carrying a person.
You'll see. This is where the movie starts to get random. If it wasn't before. Okay.
Oh, hey, Ramses.
Remember how I said
What the
that-
hell is Ramses doing here?
Remember how I said that this is an even worse attempt at a universe than the Dark Universe? Yeah, now all of a sudden we're bringing in all these classic monsters out of the blue. That's right, there's just this ancient Egyptian deity who's just lingering around in the desert.
Camel? Is that the camel from the star?
And apparently it's implied that Max killed and ate
Ew.
something.
Oh.
That's a
Hey.
lion sound, you idiot.
You couldn't even get a wolf sound effect?
no, because
We're barely halfway through this movie.
stock woman sound effect.
You know what? I'm just gonna say it. The Emoji Movie's fucking gold compared to this.
well, again, this doesn't really
I
seem
would
to
try
have
to
a
be.
plot. It keeps bouncing back.
Oh,
and
hey,
forth
it's
between
The
these
Emoji
guys.
Movie had a single plot. It was a shitty plot, mind you, but at least it had a
How
plot.
did these people ended up here?
Hey, look, it's those girls, the models, and their manager. The ones who were trained to be monkeys, but now they're back to normal.
How'd they get back to normal?
Let me guess. Now they all have the hots for him.
Because he's bulky and muscular and tall.
Yeah. Well, Taya, would you put it past this movie?
I want to put this movie past me so much.
Ah.
My God.
There you go. Look at that. Once again, I saw the joke coming a mile away.
And it's not even funny still.
You know, writers, if I
she's
can see
pale, get it? Because she's a vampire.
Okay, here's a stupid thing. These are two Americans, actually voiced by Americans, but they're not in America. They're tourist Americans. So what? Is there some disease going around in America that being in America turns you into a Brit?
What? So every time she's about to bite someone, Dracula just miraculously shows up.
Kinda.
Again! You know,
Can't possibly have violence in this movie. So.
Jovi, you didn't tell me Magneto was in this movie.
of course. You know, at least
Happy family, welcome to die.
you know, at least School Days eventually gave us the violence against the Pratts and whatnot. But this movie's
yeah,
gotta
I
be
agree
for
on that.
kids.
So you don't have a remember how this guy just dropped you from the ship and you're just going to go with him still?
Because she abandoned her family, Pedro.
Whatever, as long as it makes the movie go faster, sure.
Now we're meeting the great Pharaoh Imhotep.
I just want this movie to be so over.
Pause a few more seconds, Twibs.
This is basically the same as Ghostad to me.
Ah.
It's so garbage.
So
How long of this do we have left? I can't.
Oh, Johnny Depp!
About half an hour.
Ha ha ha!
Oh no!
Wait, Johnny Depp is in this movie?
Well, that's who she referenced. Again, American terms.
Oh, so he's not in this movie. She just referenced him.
Hey guys, what's one creepy romance subtext without another one? Basically,
How
this.
has Imhotep survived all these years?
Mummy himself.
The true power of the
Oh,
mummy.
wait, what?
And what's the true power of the mummy? Turning into a dust tornado.
Of course.
Okay, okay, to be fair, I can see a positive to turning into a desert tornado
What?
to attack your enemies.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
What enemies? There's nothing out here.
So there you go,
It's a desert.
So there you go, Teo. The correct quote is that tornado is carrying a mummy.
Oh, wait.
Siri, what if like they're being invaded or rebellion?
And suddenly,
Okay.
no, eh?
Ew.
Oh, God.
Jesus fuck.
It really speaks volumes that these are worse than the Lemmings. The infamous little bastards of humanity that peed into a tank for 20
Not just
seconds.
that, Jova. It's the Minions formula. The only instance where I saw the Minions formula done right was in Mega Man Legends with the Cerbot. Everywhere else, it just fails on its face.
Oh yeah, the
So should we
Cerbbots
just
are
call
awesome.
it the Servbot method then?
No, Dwibs. The Cerbbots are actually awesome.
Cerbot, yes.
I meant we should be calling that because they came first.
Yeah,
True.
true. I understand that, but it's
That's the thing, though. Capcom wants everyone to forget Legends existed, apparently, so people remember
yes,
the
and
Minions
well, whatever.
more.
It's a topic for another day.
Anyway.
The point being that kind of figure. This movie loves so much to waste time.
Maybe this was made.
I can just
Okay,
imagine.
I'm gonna use one of Doug's joke here. This movie is where someone's drug money went.
Honestly, I don't think I could even call it that. At least it would seem creative if somebody was on drugs, but this movie manages to be so insane while also being so by the numbers at the worst of places. It's a paradox. Something that is so cliched, yet something that's also so hard to predict with its stupidity.
Would you stop doing that? My God.
It's funny.
I
No,
swear,
it's not.
it's disgusting.
So disgusting. Anyway,
And he's dead.
Oh.
Wah, 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 wah.
Look at that. His chest isn't even moving. That guy's pretty much... Oh, wait, never mind. He's alive. Animation, what's that? I was only looking like I was trying to scare someone. Oh, this moral.
There's a thumbnail for you.
Thanks, Lives.
There the
Also-
moral. Scary people are...
What kind of moral is that?
Okay.
Are alone because nobody wants to be with them.
Scary people are lonely because nobody wants to be around them. I've heard a lot of people say that when racially profiling
That's
people.
not just
Yeah, it's
that.
a very
Jova.
terrible message.
Not just that, Jova. It's not even that. Like the way they phrase it, it's not even moral. It's just a statement.
Does this count as mommy sex?
Yes.
Ugh. Now you're pregnant.
Okay, now I wanna
Okay,
play
Emma-
Atmosphere Khufu
Okay,
instead.
Imhotep, were you looking specifically for another mummy? Because
I preferred with the Baron Samedi expansion.
oh wait,
alright, I'm referencing the.
oh
Okay.
Thrill me.
apparently the only thing that has stopped this guy from conquering the world is because he's been looking for someone to be his queen.
And now he has that.
Also, you gotta love this. Faye was A-okay with falling in love with the guy until he mentioned conquering the world. Not, the whole fact that I just met you.
Please decide my back skeleton. Although, Jover,
Really?
Please,
Hey,
no.
Jover, you know what's funny though?
What?
Outside of Harry Potter, this is one of those rare instances where Jason Isaacs actually uses his normal accent that
Oh,
I've
yeah.
seen him in.
Yeah. Say no.
Please
Maybe
just
take your
say
time.
no. Use the correct words. This is sexual harassment, and I don't have any part in
She
it.
accepts because her family's better off without her.
Well, they are shit, so.
So,
Well, I guess at the very
Including
least
her.
on the plus side, I guess this means the world will not be frozen.
Okay,
I guess.
here's a bit
Yeah,
of
but
a
he gave up on that, didn't he?
Here's a bit of a plot hole I have to point out, though. Remember, the spell only works as long as Emma is unhappy with her life. So, wouldn't that mean that she's not happy being Dracula's bride, and
Well,
thus
technically,
wouldn't-
she's having a new life by going with Dracula, so no
Yeah,
problem much.
but yeah, but didn't the spell strictly suggest it's about how happy you are and
That's what the witch said.
Who's playing Imhotep?
Let me check. There you go. Daniel Benzenu.
So hold on. Do you want to be adored, like you said you would, or do you not? Like your motivations are confusing me.
don't you see, Pedro? It's her learning her lesson
But she just learns her lesson out of nowhere.
quite abruptly.
But there was no.
We're just as confused as you are.
Oh, goody! Here's a really stupid joke that's about to come up. Just
I
watch
know,
and
Zen.
listen.
Do
They would
you
have
like?
heard of the skins.
Do you like it, Belle? Then it's yours.
Oh, he was in
Wait,
Law and
listen.
Order UK.
Yeah.
Ah, get it? She said Renfield is such a chatterbox because he doesn't speak.
Okay.
Oh, and
Correct
don't
me
worry,
if
that
I'm
joke's gonna
wrong.
become even more stupid way later down the line. But
Correct me
right,
if I'm wrong. Isn't
Yes.
Chatterbox supposed to mean you're very talkative?
yes.
Yes.
Then why did they make that joke with him?
Ask Katharina Junk, the writer.
Well, one of them, anyway.
I gotta say,
And this makes her remember family happy moments.
Okay, no.
no, wait,
This is
hold
not-
on.
Miss Junk.
This is not earned in the slightest.
Miss Junk, you can't just have your character suddenly learn lessons just like out of nowhere. That's
Oh.
not how this storytelling works.
Okay, she said, why was I always so strict? Because, calling out your daughter for beating up
Oh
her
no.
brother, talking about your son being kind of a prat, telling your husband to bucking up
Please
and whatnot,
don't talk.
that was apparently her being too strict.
Oh.
Oh, goody, we're about to get that
Yeah, it's
Avengers.
it's actually surprising. We haven't had a fart in a while. I guess they eventually gave up on the
Oh,
joke.
Don't
good.
encourage
Fine.
them.
Good.
Shut up.
Don't
Yeah.
worry, guys, we're about to get that Avengers ripoff.
So yeah, the Faye suddenly loves her family now.
Let me
Well,
guess.
then-
Let me guess. Frankenstein's gonna walk up to him and bash him around and go, "Puny God."
No, that would require Debs, that would require the monster to actually have a brain.
See?
So
Which it
They're not
technically
missing them at
supposedly
all.
has to because of.
Oh, look at
that.
this. Beauty
I'm
doesn't
giving up on
last.
this movie so much.
It matters who I am inside.
There. Oh, that's right, guys. Now we've also got a plot about this guy trying to take over the world.
So does that mean he's gonna clash with Dracula?
Who's
Okay,
the
let me
main
get
villain
this
supposed
straight.
to be?
Jova,
Dracula, Imhotep?
Oh wait,
Jova,
hold
if
on.
Ramses
And here's the
took over
thing. It's not what I look like, but it's what's inside that
And
matters.
he's turned into a scarab.
I think you're ahead of us again.
Pause a
Liz.
few more
But anyway,
seconds. Oh wait, and
Ow.
beach ball.
okay. Why does Jova, if Ramses wants to take over the world, why is he only doing it now?
Because he didn't find someone he loved until later. Again, remember
But
the
how does that correlate? What?
Oh no. Giant enemy scarab. Attack its weak point for massive damage.
I
Wish I was playing a Sphinx and the Cursed Mummy instead.
I don't. What?
What even?
Also, wasn't Max's lesson supposed to be that being scary was bad? Okay.
Oh, there you go. Now
Alright.
we just did a Hulk reference. Of
Hey,
the match.
Dwibs. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, I've
Sorry.
already.
Thank fuck, that scene was so necessary.
Uh-oh.
Let me guess. He's gonna defeat it with a fart. Please don't do that.
Nope.
movie.
God. Yeah, smash, there you
The
go.
power of Nick Frost compels
No
you.
diving.
No.
Puny God, you called it, Dwibs.
Yeah, I told you he was
Holy
gonna
crap!
do that.
They did. You fucking hacks!
Just because you shot it from a different angle doesn't mean you're not ripping it off.
You fucking hacks!
I kid you not,
Pedro,
guys.
you encouraged them. I told you not to.
I kid you not, guys. When I saw the scene, I was like,
No,
holy...
she's right. He didn't do a fart.
What the hell is
Oh.
this?
He ripped off the Avengers. Remember that scene from Avengers where Hulk busts up Loki? Puny God.
Why is there
They ripped
fruit
off that.
water tank?
Oh, right. It's for his bath, which is the Lazarus Pit. Their take on the Lazarus Pit is that it's Dracula's spa bath. Oh, hey, you two.
were in the movie for a while.
Yeah, and she's not believing her.
Not in the slightest.
Well, I wouldn't blame her.
So she
Oh,
had
no,
a change
no,
of heart for no reason again?
Well, okay.
Never mind. Now she's believing her.
Yeah, you were saying, Jova?
Basically, Baba Yaga changed sides because the old lady saved her from falling.
Woo.
You didn't want to see who he really was? No, I'm pretty sure there are other reasons why you said yes, aside from just you couldn't see what he really was. You clearly stated that from the get-go.
For you, change that I could.
And Wile E. Coyote...
And that's the last we see of Imhotep.
Yep, never mind the fact that there's a mummy out there who
So
may want to
that
take over the
subplot was
world.
completely pointless.
Brilliant.
But Tio, we managed to save the world. That's right, 3 random family members just saved the world and no one was there to witness it.
Not just that, so now I guess the amulet of Baba Yaga works fine enough to teleport correctly and stop where they want.
Yeah, because she got it charged.
Here to help, I am.
Oh, goody. And now it turns out Renfield can speak. So... And that's the thing. Emma herself notices that he's only talking now. So, again, back to that joke where she called him a chatterbox. She knows he doesn't talk. So, was she just making a sarcastic, ironic joke to herself then?
I have no idea.
Oh, that whole extinguish the sun thing. Yeah, but they still need blood. Like, even though Dracula's acting like vampires don't need blood, they still do.
So we're gonna do poison the bath to make him age.
He's
like
currently in his Lazarus bath. Oh, that's right! Dracula's not actually naturally immortal. He needs the Lazarus bath to stay immortal.
That's BS.
Let's see, what? Okay, so, according to this universe, a vampire is, not really that magical, may need jet boots, can't naturally fly on his own, is not actually immortal, doesn't think he needs
What's even
blood.
left?
Okay, Pedro, you're the judge. Better or worse than Twilight's take on vampires?
Well,
these vampire weaknesses are similar.
well.
Oh,
honestly,
holy
when it
water! They remembered that.
Honestly, when it comes, that's even the least of this movie's problems, if you ask me.
Yeah, true.
It's just, I mean, this movie can't even realize what the fuck it wants to be about. Suppose it's about family, supposedly, but the family itself, the interactions are so completely backwards and completely rushed.
You know, remember
was
when
that supposed to be the girl realizing that her brother is awesome or something?
Yes.
guess.
Remember when the movie was just about Dracula randomly finding a woman who wants to fall in love with? Now it's turned into a whole world
Save the world
state.
plot.
Uh-oh.
Awake the Dark One is.
Plot convenience. Achieve greatness together. Where is this coming from?
Join me. And together.
Also,
Well, honey, your heart is not exactly much better.
ha,
fact,
she
oh,
slipped.
No, the weird pill thing. Up.
Okay, now the
How does that even work with water resistance?
I don't you understand.
movie is trying.
Oh, there goes your holy water.
Brilliant.
An antidote. Oh, Jason Isaacs, you are going. I wonder if Jason Isaacs just looks back on this movie and says, you know, this is it. This is my benchmark. This is as low as I'm ever going to go. No lower!
And she's hungry again.
Because the antidote. God, that was stupid.
But they're monsters. There's no. She needs human blood, not monster blood. If monsters even have that.
I guess blood is blood?
Also remember the hippie isn't a monster.
Last I checked, Frankenstein monsters don't have blood.
No.
Yay!
There you go. Her love was more powerful than the bloodlust. Yay! How nice.
Oh, let down.
The greatest magic love is. Fuck you, movie. So this was the moral all along. World is the best thing in the world. Love is the best thing in the world. This was totally worth it.
Freeze. Yeah, again, he can freeze time, so, yeah.
Because of course he can. Also, too, I think you're cutting out.
I think he's coughing more so.
He's choking.
Also, I think
he's choking on a terrible reveal.
Or he's crying. Okay, we are now at fairy
or
fencer.
both.
Okay, we are now at fairy fencer athlete levels with Tio's condition.
So they've been frozen in time.
Survivor.
The ice spear is expanding. Giggity.
Well, let's hope that Mr. Potter will always be around to save the. Oh, wait. Sorry.
Yeah, the whole let my family go and I'll stay with you. Not gonna work. Huh, surprising.
You had your chance. Now go and let me pretend that Jason Isaacs was the one cast as Magneto some more.
You know, question, Emma, why don't you just introduce him to speed dating? Like, just tell
Well,
him.
you know, they have like smartphones. Like,
He literally looked
get
her
on a
up.
dating site, dude.
You know, at least for most Dracula stories, they explain why he's fixated on one particular woman, often because that woman has the same spirit and essence as his old love Carmilla. But as far as we know, Carmilla does not exist in this universe, so we're just left twiddling our thumbs with this plot. She finally realizes that it's beauty outside. I mean, the beauty within that matters. Also, how did Max even learn his lesson? Oh, right, because people were scared of him. What was even Frank's lesson?
Yeah,
Funny.
Frank never had actually a lesson to learn. He never actually did anything bad that I remember.
Funny enough, though, the year this film came out initially in Germany, later on that year, Isaac was in that Death of Stalin movie.
Ugh.
Yes, movie. I also saw Beauty and the
no,
Beast.
No.
Yes,
No.
Beauty
Power
and
of
the
love
Beast.
save the day.
No. You fucking ass.
This is so annoying.
Power of love.
Theo?
Yeah,
Which one did this worse? This or Lightning Returns?
Lightning Returns. Zero.
Yeah, that one
Still.
shot on a franchise, so you
No,
know.
no, I don't mean that. I mean, like, which one did the whole power of love thing worse?
Oh,
That's
The
right.
Haunting.
Okay, but
He's
those
talking about
two,
between
though.
this and Lightning.
The Haunting because it's identical to Lightning Returns.
I mean, okay then. So I'm guessing you still think Lightning Returns did the power of love thing worse than this movie?
Dio?
Yeah, that's what.
Well, you said the haunting. You didn't mention.
No, it's
Lightning
because it
Returns.
was cutting out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh!
Are we going to wrap up the plot in 10 minutes?
Well, conveniently, now
Power
that...
of love, we'll wrap it up.
Basically...
Don't tell me they use a frozen fart as platform.
Basically, now that Frank has gotten a lot tinier... Oh, wait, never mind. Those bats just read them, because they're good guys now, I guess. So, yeah, now it's us against Dracula. Now you're probably wondering, how are they going to beat Dracula? Because, you know, he can...
Especially now very, very human form.
Yeah.
But yeah, considering he can still freeze time as much as he wants.
That name I still can't take seriously.
Me neither.
Oh, look.
What name?
Now watch this.
Wishbones.
Okay, now, you're probably thinking...
This is your plan?
Somehow, they're able to throw those bats at him quicker than he can snap his fingers.
This is some JoJo logic weird thing.
No, just no. No, movie. You're stupid. You're beyond stupid.
Yeah, that didn't make any kind of.
Oh,
physical
but get
sense.
this. They bite his fingers and
You can't click.
He's
What?
allergic.
he apparently...
Dracula is allergic to bat.
No.
Any sense?
No. They just bit him hard enough to make his fingers swell
Can't he
up.
just snap the left fingers?
Nope, apparently they bit the other ones. Oh, by the way, he still has the jet boots on, because, again, why don't you just turn into a bat to fly now that the sun isn't out? Why do you have the jet boots on? Why are they trying to make you Iron Man and Batman combined?
Oh, ow. Super Yolanda.
Now he's now you turn into a giant bat.
So
Okay.
there were plenty of times you could have done this, but whatever.
Yeah.
Yes,
Beating up a beetle.
because mocking him will
And
help you win the
already.
day.
Oh, is the father going to save the day
With a
with...
fart.
Man to bat.
Oh. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, that was kind of funny. And again,
No.
Oh, we're gonna
sorry,
burn him alive.
oh, apparently the sun is out. That's convenient.
How convenient. You think that Dracula would have like a control room without any windows directed towards sunlight?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like he has all this
Why do
advanced.
you even have windows
He has
where you
all.
live? Like seriously.
He has all this advanced technology, yet he can't get actual, I don't know, closers as opposed to curtains.
Why does he have windows at all?
I guess because he likes the moonlit view occasionally.
I mean, yeah, but one window would do.
Okay, I could get him having windows, but why in the control room for your biggest scheme ever? Wouldn't that maybe warrant having some precaution? And again, it only hurts him
So
because
is he actually gonna die, or we're just gonna trap him there?
And he's frozen.
Nip just trapped.
again, it only works on him because he doesn't have a soul, even though he acts like someone who does have a soul. And frozen.
Let it go, movie.
Wow, you actually made the reference.
I am so just tired at this point, Jova.
It's good to do things as a family.
So he's just gonna leave him there. He's
who
gonna
took the
unfreeze-
picture?
He's gonna unfreeze eventually, you know.
So the Tailbone family are safe.
The wish.
Stop
Oh,
calling
this
them
bit.
that. Wait, now you brought in Happy.
He stands up to the guy now.
But he's jobless now.
Okay, was that supposed to be his lesson?
But
Yeah. Quit your-
Oh, God, please.
These pop songs.
I like this song. Why you gotta drag poor Ferris into this?
It makes no sense that a hippie would do that.
dear Lord.
Oh, but it's okay. They brought the bats with them.
Wait, the bully now is a costume and he's okay with things.
Aw, the bully's nice to him?
Please just end. I want to be so off this movie.
So the bully completely switched personalities. That's nice, I guess.
Oh,
Yeah,
ghost.
but now he's got sudden personality disorder.
Oh, and now she's gonna get one for nerd, I guess. I don't...
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Renfield and Baba Yaga hooked up. Because
why not?
short people?
The costume of Frank is a French mime.
And that's it, it's over.
Dwebs, your country's never allowed to make animated films ever again.
Wait,
What about
Aardman
Aardman animation? Yeah,
That-
what about Aardman animation?
That's technically... Okay, that is technically
Fine,
animation.
fine. Aardman gets to be the exception.
But don't worry,
Okay,
guys. This-
Jova, they are not post-credit scenes, right?
No, there aren't. I've
Uh,
checked myself.
But there is plenty of stuff to see
it
during
says
the
there-
credits.
It says there, Jova, based on the book Happy Family. So the original title really is Happy Family.
Okay. From what I've heard, though, the book is nowhere near as bad as the movie.
Whatever, I don't care anymore. Alright, final thoughts?
Hold
first?
on. I think there may be
He is a
something
Brit,
coming up
so I
during
guess
the
it makes
credits.
sense. No, there isn't.
Alright, so, yeah, it's not a very good movie.
That's...
Gee,
is that
you
all?
think?
Yeah,
Great
the biggest,
deduction.
the biggest problem here is that there's no real plot here. It's just a bunch of other stuff mixed into one, and then thus it's just a big mess. I mean, I don't think it's the worst animated film out there. I mean, there's been a lot worse films than this, but yeah, it's definitely it's not very good. Sorry.
That face from Jason Isaacs right there sums it up.
Sums it all, yeah.
All right.
Us
Shiri,
too.
you're the other Brit. Go on.
I am so sorry. This is a garbage fire. I mean, like the emoji
Also,
movie
the
is
3 bats were voiced by 3 different people. Are you kidding me?
Holy cow, they
What?
were.
Why didn't they get? They could have just paid one person, but whatever.
Go on,
Really gotta
Shiri.
show off that British talent, yo.
Yeah, the British talent in the American movie
Well,
made
hey,
by Brits.
I know, right?
And the only British, no, sorry, the only people with American accents weren't in either America or Britain.
They were in Egypt and Italy.
I don't, whatever. Just, I mean, the Emoji Movie, since it's still relatively fresh in my mind, that one was again product placement. The movie. This is well, like Dwib said, it's okay. It's almost like it's a 10 times worse version of Cinderella 2. It's a bunch of random like plots for different
Situations.
episodes of something, and they've put it together into one movie. Because at least with Cinderella 2, yeah, because I know the original idea of that was basically 3 episodes of a TV show that never happened.
Typical Disney.
And they
simple
kind of
stuff.
shoved it together into one thing. But at least because of that, each of the 3-part segments at least had some consistency in them. I mean, it wasn't very good, but at least had some consistency. This is just a mess. I don't know. It wasn't funny. I will agree with Jova that the one funny joke was the one with the mirror, and that was it. And that one didn't even make me laugh, really.
Yeah.
This family is awful. They're all awful people. I mean, I guess the little brother is the least offensive one of the bunch, because I mean, he's not the most annoying child character I've seen as far as child characters go. I mean, his jokes weren't great, but he wasn't a huge annoyance like the sister, the mother, or the father. Jesus Christ.
How sad is it, Troy, then, that his voice actor is the only voice actor who this was that kid's first movie doing, and maybe his only one?
Actually, not sure, Joe. I checked his resume. He did other stuff.
Wait, the one voicing Max?
Yeah,
No,
Ethan
the father.
Rouse.
The father. Oh,
Ethan Rouse apparently was in Love Nina in 2016.
Oh.
Yeah.
So,
all right. But yeah, jeez. And what kind of character is Dracula supposed to be
he starts
in this
off,
incarnation?
actually, I'll go more to it in my final thoughts.
He starts off relatively, safe. Then he goes to creepy stalker. Then he goes to take over the world hungry.
Of course.
And I don't. And the young Zac Efron lookalike was basically pointless.
Yes, man agrees.
That wasn't
No,
Manna.
that was my dog.
Everyone's dogs are barking today.
Yeah, pardon me.
How about the music?
I don't really remember it.
I don't blame you.
I mean, the pop songs that they picked, there wasn't any rhyme or reason for them. I mean, happy, I guess.
Because they're happy family.
But the rest of them just there's no rhyme or reason for them. It's just pop song because like a DreamWorks thing. I don't really have much more to say. This was just again, I think it was Pedro who said it. I don't get why this didn't get the kind of hate that the Emoji Movie did.
Because I
This
guess
mo-
it wasn't in the public eye.
The Emoji Movie is gold compared to this thing. I'll just
Yeah,
say it.
I agree.
I would sooner sit
have
through
to
the
agree.
Emoji again. Like it was just boring to me. I didn't hate it as
Yeah,
much as
same.
most people did. I just found
Same.
it boring.
I
The
had
Emoji Movie,
plenty
at
of
least it's
problems
fun
with
to
the Emoji
dissect
Movie,
for
but
me.
Yeah.
even with
This
the
is
many problems I
just,
have towards it, this
This is
makes
an
it
actual bad movie.
Emoji Movie had a structure. It was a generic plot structure, but it had a structure. God damn it!
good. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, it was just boring. I didn't really have
Anyway,
a
go
major
on.
issue with it. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Alright,
This was terrible.
mind if I go
That's-
next?
Sure.
Go ahead.
This movie is garbage. Like, not even joking. It's like with Ghost Dad. This is something that I don't ever want to watch again. And I'm just saying this because, yes, it's partially British, but I will say to the other half, considering also what happened with stuff like the Magic Voyages, Germany, stop making animated movies. just doesn't work from what I've seen so far.
And video
It's-
game adaptation, if football is anything to go by.
I'm guessing German filmmaking is really to a standstill at this point.
Well, considering how they have a tax loophole involving how bad a movie does.
Whatever. Point is, this movie is just pure garbage and a waste of talent for all the people involved with this. And from what I've seen, the resume of the director and producer, Helger Tappe, is not even that better because his previous movies are still on this line, bad 3D animated, and they look even worse than this. So
Really?
I'm positive that we actually have seen the best that this person can offer.
This was 10% on Rotten Tomatoes. Curious, give me a small list. What are some of those
Animals United, Impy's Islands, and the Snurks. No idea.
Okay, this may demand further research later.
Anyway, the point is, this movie sucks. It's not really salvageable. Let's just move on to something else. Next.
Pedro.
A complete mess of jumbled ideas that are not fleshed out. It makes no sense. The jokes are completely. This movie is on par with reference of how much it completely lacks the understanding of how comedy works. Like, and it's just, it doesn't even know what the fuck it wants to be. And like we said, like, this is by far the worst animated film of 2017.
Yeah.
Seriously. People love shoving the Emoji Movie's supposed garbageness on my face. No, please. You clearly have not seen Monster/Happy Family.
It's because this one wasn't advertised as much over
That's
in
also
the
another
big
thing.
ones.
The title of this movie could not be kept consistent.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, it's garbage, and I don't even want to talk about it anymore because people have already covered things. Joe,
This is the case. I don't think a generation is in order of this.
Well, all five of us were
all five
here,
of us did this.
and
So,
it's
go
and
ahead,
hey, we
Joe.
did it on
Close
Halloween.
out.
Well, I'm just gonna start this by saying, well, Pedro, you said that you wanted an actual bad movie unlike Emoji Movie. Well, would you say I delivered?
I'll just say this: that the kind of garbage hype that I was given for the Emoji Movie, this is the movie that I was expecting when I tuned into the Emoji Movie.
So
Okay,
happy to have pleased in that regard, but yeah, I'm just gonna. So I'll say this right now. So guys, remember when I came back to you all catatonic back in March earlier this year after seeing this movie? Can you see where I was coming from?
Totally. Okay,
Yes.
I will say a single thing positive. At least they dropped the fart joke after the first third of the movie. I was expecting it to pop up again, but it didn't. So, thank for that.
We're
Good
praising
decision.
them
Good
for
decision.
realizing a
This
joke
entire
was
train wreck.
stupid. So,
Dropping a stupid recurring gag.
oh, okay. So, yeah, but yeah, you guys see where I was coming from. So, here's the thing. Like, sure, and me agree on. There's one funny joke, the mirror joke. And granted, there's one other scene that could maybe be funny. It's when Dracula kicks Max. Because, again, let me start this off by saying, Dracula is such a case where he's the bad guy, but you feel like you should be rooting for him because he's kind of one of the least bad people in this movie. And he's a guy who wants to freeze the world just because some woman doesn't bow to his whims of love. This is messed up. Speaking of messed up,
Brilliant.
so yeah, the morals this movie tries to teach. Let's see. Beauty is about what's on the inside. You have to stand up for yourself and not be stupid. Scary people are are lonely because nobody wants to be around them. Borderline racist. Like, not even trying with that one. And, the mother was too strict for calling out her family for kind of being terrible people. Gee, that's like Seashells from Family Guy's levels of bad. For context, that's the one where Meg finally calls out her family, but that kind of way. The music is, I guess, one of the least bad things, but then they drag in actual good music into this movie. Like I said, this movie gives up no less than 3 minutes into the film by having Dracula do a rendition of an old classical tune, which, don't get me wrong, sounds nice, but barely has anything to do with the movie when you get down to it.
Yeah.
There are so many plots going around that it makes Chipmunks 2 The Squeakquel look like it has focus by comparison. The movie is constantly jumping back and forth between locations. The movie gets way too random for its own good. Oh, the vampire rulebook is so shredded up here. Okay, guys, so For each of you personally, would you say this was a better or worse take on vampires than Twilight, now that you've seen it in full?
I would say worse, but in a case that the vampire mythos are completely absent almost here. It's only
Yeah.
on a face. Twilight at least
I would
establishes its
agree.
own rules.
Wow.
Not to
Stephanie
mention
Meyer
Twilight
had the
yeah.
balls to establish its own set of rules.
Yeah.
Yeah, Twilight has a lot more focus on what vampires actually are and their biology and how they work, whereas this movie's just kind of. This movie doesn't even care about the whole vampire. It's just mostly cartoonish, anyways. The movie doesn't even focus on any of that, so I don't think it's really a fair comparison.
Well, it's mainly the fact that the rules with vampires, because let's not forget, two of our main leads are vampires, and they focus quite a bit on vampire mythology. It gets pretty stupid. And speaking of stupid, powers just come and go. Like, hey, did you know mummies can hypnotize people? Well, let's have that same mummy girl.
And turn into tornadoes.
Yeah, it's funny because Faye only uses the hypnosis thing in one entire scene in the movie. Never uses it again. Max as a werewolf he scares people, I guess. It's implied he may have killed and eaten something. Yeah, that's a thing. Even when these family are turned into monsters, we don't really focus on how much life changes for them. Sure, we get some of the, like, I'm a monster and no people love me, this sort of stuff. But even still, not enough. And it doesn't even bug some of them until, like, the last minute mark when, we actually have to have these guys realize a lesson. And the rip-offs this movie does. Hey, I remember when people thought this was just going to be a Hotel Transylvania ripoff. Oh, we wish. Instead, it rips off The Incredibles, Mary Poppins, Nanny McPhee, and of course, Avengers. With a dash
Because
of
everyone wants
universe.
to be a Marvel movie these days.
Well, it almost seems like they're setting up a universe with all the weird monsters and kooks
That's
that
the
show
thing,
up.
Joe. According to TV tropes, the only reason why there are Dracula and Imhotep is because they're technically the only universal monsters that are also public domain.
But even though we have the Frankenstein's monster technically with the family and...
It's just with a different name, that's why.
Oh, God, this movie and its stupidity. The visuals and animation are dreck. Like, holy cow, were you even trying? Sometimes it lags with animation. Other times it just looks awkward as all. It just looks stupidly awkward. The humor. God, the humor. The attempts, the utter bouts of, I don't even care if I want to sound funny, are annoying. Oh, Rainfield is such a chatterbox because he doesn't speak at all. Emily Watson read the script and said yes to that.
Got paid, thankfully.
And again, I think the worst thing about this movie is that I don't feel satisfied with this ending. I'd have rather Dracula have won because, wow, let's be quite honest. What's his competition? The cast. I rest my case. Yeah. This movie. So terrifying it's scary. Quite a perfect way to put an end to October.
I guess.
Now, to be fair, audience, this originally wasn't gonna be the finale, but because of this or that, it's our finale.
Well, it kind of works.
It's kind of thanks to the fact that this movie only recently released in Britain. Thanks a lot, Britain.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much for this movie. You have officially made a movie that may put the Magic Voyage to shame in scales of annoyingness.
Indeed. All right, so that was it, I guess. See you for whatever we do next.
We'll see you for Christmas movies, I guess.
Yay.
All right. See ya.
Ta-ta.